Ever wonder how to get the best looking lawn on the block? You know, the kind where all the neighbors drive by slowly and stare at your well manicured masterpiece thinking you must be a turf wizard? Yeah, we thought so. At Earthway Products, we have your back with all the right lawn and garden tools that allow you to dominate and win the prize of best looking lawn on the block. We have all types of spreaders that are professional grade, built for accuracy, efficiency, and toughness. Simply said, Earthway products are engineered to last, and we have over 50 patents to prove it. That's our way of saying you can have confidence that our products will get the job done and make your life easier. We also have a fertilizer program that will help you grow a lawn greenskeepers will envy. So whether you're a homeowner, lawn care operator, facilities manager, business owner, or golf course superintendent, Earthway is here to help you make a perfect first impression. Stop by earthway.com and experience the difference. That's earthway.com. Proudly American made in America's heartland, Bristol, Indiana.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging with you guys, and good morning. Today, wanted to take a couple of quick minutes and just bring a thought to the forefront of your guys' mind to take advantage of the season that we are in, which is the end of the regular maintenance season for so many of us, and take a quick second and talk about Google reviews. Now, before you turn off the radio, or before you change the track or whatever to your next favorite podcaster or YouTuber, or whatever you guys listen to next, I do want to just take a quick second and talk about the importance of it, the relevance of it, and for us to be able to capitalize on the opportunity, for crying out loud. How many of us have said all year long, hey, it's hard to collect Google reviews, or I'm busy, or we're in the field 50, 60, 80 hours a week. I have said all of those things and so much more about why I am busy. But look at this from a practical standpoint. This is 100%, in my opinion, besides a one-off customer, for your regular maintenance crew and your regular maintenance customers, this is 100% the best window, probably for the last 2 weeks and probably for the next 2 weeks, to collect as many Google reviews as possible with what we would call a warm lead list, or a warm list, or hot prospects, i.e. your customers that hopefully you did a great job for and with all season. And I wanted to just relate a quick story here, talking about the importance of Google reviews. There was a gentleman in our live stream group last night. His name is Kelly and Casey. I think his name is Kelly, or maybe he's the Casey. I forget. I do apologize. It's him and his wife, obviously. And really, really cool dude. He's newer to the group. And he had went from, I think, just a handful of Google reviews to 26 or 28, whatever it was, in the last 3 or so weeks or 4 weeks. And he's already ranking now number one in his area because of his Google reviews. He's literally number one with about 30 Google reviews, 5-star Google reviews. How crazy is that? And so I just wanted to just take a quick second. I know you guys have heard the message before. I know you guys have heard the call to action, right? I'm not really a big marching orders or do your homework kind of a person. You guys can do whatever you want. You're all adults. But one thing that is absolutely imperative to myself is to collect as many Google reviews as possible. And again, maybe you've got the one-off customer that you do a one-time fall aeration or a one-time fall leaf cleanup. Of course, you can capitalize on those customers the minute after, the day after, the week after you do that work, and that's a fresh one. But for the love of God, if you don't feel comfortable asking for a Google review mid-season, hey, how's it going kind of a deal, and you want to do it at the end of the season, well, right now is the best time to do it. And again, best time to do it, and also the opportunity to rank higher or even number one in your town or city with just a few dozen reviews. Imagine that. Literally everybody listening in right now, if you went through your customer list, and let's say you have 90 customers, and you were able to procure, 40 new 5-star reviews in the next 30 days, and you were able to almost arguably rank number one in your local search area on SEO, on Google, forever, because you're going to have a compounded effect of just being first, being top of mind, being top of market, being the one that gets clicked the most, like you're the rich get richer kind of a deal, like you're just going to build momentum being first. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take that opportunity? Like, why wouldn't that almost supersede anything that you can do over the last 2 weeks or over the next 2 weeks, other than like core operating work and responsibilities, right? Like, let's say you have a rain day, next week or something. And let's say you have a rain day over the weekend or Monday, Tuesday next week. And you're like, well, I can go do this. I can go do that. There's a bunch of stuff I can do. And there always is going to be a forever to-do list, but you will not have the same forever opportunity and timeline to get these Google reviews in as you do at the end of the season. So take a couple hours. It doesn't take that long. Shoot a newsletter. That's like one way to do it. A personalized text or email would be even better. It might take an extra like 30 seconds to write a personalized email, switch out the name and just say, hey, appreciate us. We appreciate you taking care of our crew this year. We super appreciate the opportunity to take care of your lawn. One of those deals, you personalize it with a sentence and then just put your copy paste of your regular paragraph, which is your generic, like, hey, hopefully our service was worthy of 5 stars this year. Please feel free to kindly leave us a Google review. As you know, we're trying to, get more visibility and earn new business. And so your review means the world to us. Like, if you can put that together and email that off to 100 people right now, my gosh, you will be first in your SEO in your market, probably indefinitely, right? Because the amount of people that don't take this serious is alarming. I mean, probably 1 in 50 people, 1 in 100 people take their Google reviews serious. And this all stems back, by the way, I went through this whole process myself. We had a great guest on a couple years ago. I forget his name, but he challenged me like literally on the podcast. And he said, I've procured 100 Google reviews in like a month. And I said, dude, that's impossible. I have like 20. And it's been like, 15 years, one of those deals. He goes, dude, just ask for the Google reviews, copy and paste, follow up with it, make it a priority. And I'm like, you know what? I've been making excuses. The dude's right. It wasn't, but 30 days later, we went from 26 to like 50. A couple weeks later, we went from 50 to 100. I think now we're at 145-star Google reviews, which is wild, or, plus or minus a couple. That's insane. That's insane. We're by far leading our local market from anybody other than maybe like the big dog national company that has like an actual follow-up service with like, Trustpilot or one of those like services, or maybe dedicated office staff. Okay. So, I mean, look, I'm just going to level with you guys for a quick second. I'm ambitiously lazy. If I can do one thing that's going to like make me a lot of money or move the needle that much forward more than another activity, like I'm going to double down on those kind of things. I'm just giving you the farm right now. I'm just telling you honestly, like if you're not prioritizing your Google reviews, I would almost ask why? Why are you even doing this thing? Like, why do work and not finish the process of getting the Google review? The process of your sales process is not just lead comes in through the website because you put out a postcard. Okay, it's not postcard, website, phone call, quote, job, quote, on person, job getting going, job getting done, final check, final payment, end of month billing, whatever it is. Happy customer, awesome, high five, refer us to your friends and family. Like, no, bro. Like, out of this 10-step process, you're missing step number 10. You already went through 1 through 9. Number 10 is procure the Google review. I'd love to have you guys sear that into your brain. And by the way, I'm telling myself this as well, right? Because one, again, it's easy to get those Google reviews after a one-off job. It's even the best time right now after we've had our season. It's in this transition period. Again, you can do this in March or April as you transition out of your snow customers and going into the spring. So everybody should be getting another 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 Google reviews next spring in March and April, and run it back too, because we're completing the entire customer journey from sales and marketing and a lead to an estimate to a job to finishing it to make sure the customer's happy, then asking for the Google review. And it's the same thing whether they're doing lawn or snow. So there should be this influx of Google reviews for all of us a couple times a year. And again, I just want to go back to the quick story of this gentleman. I think his name is Kelly. And he shared like, it didn't even take him but like 2 weeks to get these Google reviews. He went from like, single digits to 30. And now he's ranked number 1 in his city. That is like the best activity you could ever ask for in a sales and marketing dialogue, because the dude is going to secure 50 to 100 grand to $250,000 worth of work and leads by being first in his market. right? Like I know people talk all day about lawn care and podcasts and being YouTubers and influencers and all this other mess. Like, dude, I'm thinking practical. I'm thinking I need to go make more money. What's the number one thing I can do? Outbound marketing, Google reviews, good quality website. Like, let's not make it any more complicated than that. Some people are like, well, I don't get the same amount of inbound traffic as you do with your leads. I'm like, how are your Google reviews doing? Like, don't hate the player, hate the game. I guess that's the saying, right? Like, if I have 140 Google reviews, I'm getting 80 submission forms a month, and somebody has 10 Google reviews and they're getting 2 submission forms a month, the writing's on the wall. And I'm not saying anybody specifically. I'm just thinking out loud. Like, the answer is right in front of you. Don't procrastinate on this thing. Look, we're all creatures of habit. We all procrastinate, some of us more than others, in all different ways, shapes, or sizes. I don't judge anything or anyone because I'm just as critical of making all these grand mistakes, just like you guys, just like myself, right? We're all in this together. We're all human, okay? But if there's any one thing that you could just take away from maybe this next 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks, don't squander this gold mine that's sitting in front of you of getting your Google reviews locked in. There should be no excuse that not 5,000 people downloading the show this week can't all procure 25 new 5-star Google reviews, get whatever that number is, 25,000 or 10,000 or whatever, 1,000 more Google reviews for the green industry across the board, take away market share from these giant companies that, frankly, don't deliver on quality anyway, empower the small businesses out there, the owner-operator guys and the small businesses like all of us listening in. And it's not that hard to do it. It's not that hard to do it. The big guys don't even care. In fact, last story I'll share, I was hanging down in Dallas, Texas for the Element Mastermind, a week and a half ago now. And I was sitting next to a great guy named Brad. I hope to do a shop tour with him. And I think Mark was talking about SEO and marketing and Google reviews and the importance of it and all this other mess, right? And he pulled up mine, he just leaned over. He goes, dude, is this you? I go, yeah. He goes, how'd you get this? I go, dude, I've just been militant on it the last 18 months, getting my Google reviews. And he goes, look me up, because then, it's not like your phone pad stats. Of course, you're going to come up first on your own phone because you're probably got a Google account. So I looked him up, and he had maybe 16, reviews, and his rating was 4.8, not 4.9. 4.9 is huge. Anybody's got 5.0, I don't know if I would trust them. 4.9 is probably a little bit more accurate. 4.8, 4.9. But he had a 4.8, which is great. Obviously, that's fantastic. A lot better than a 3.2, because you had your wife review it, your mom review it, and then 3 negative customer experiences, right? That stinks. But he had a 4.8. And again, not throwing him under the bus, obviously, just talking out loud. But he goes, how did you get this to 100? I'm like, dude, we ask everybody. He goes, you say you have a lot of commercial work. I'm like, I ask my commercial accounts too. All the office gals love us. Of course, I'm going to ask all the office gals for work. It's not awkward. It's not tacky. Your contact, if they really like you, not only they're going to refer you, but they should leave you a Google review. Why does it have to be just residential customers? All of our commercial accounts have reviewed us. And so I told him, I said, I challenge you to get that number to 100. And he's got a $5-6 million company. I said, dude, you probably have dedicated office staff that definitely have downtime, more than likely. I said, why don't you incentivize them? Hey, $10 for every, 5-star Google review you get. Or if the office gets to 100 by the end of the month of November, then we throw a pizza party, the good old pizza party incentive, right? Why not? But I said, it's a no-brainer. It's not a negotiable. It is a non-negotiable. It is matter of fact. The sales process includes the Google review. And that's something that I have tried to get significantly better at over the last, 18 to 24 months, since one of you guys listening in told me that it was important. And since then, I'm sure this has paid $100,000 of dividend by being ranked first in our market. So that's it. I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. Don't squelch, don't squander, I guess, this opportunity, whatever you want to call it. The last 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks, the month of November, absolutely a perfect time. Maybe you're listening to this podcast in December and you're like, oh, did I miss the boat? No, that lead is still good until probably New Year. After New Year, everybody's mentally, they're done. They're thinking snow. They're thinking next year's service. You are not going to be able to slide in, or skate in on that equity that you had from the summer or the fall. People's minds get fuzzy, right? Holidays go through, everybody's busy. So right now through, Thanksgiving, anybody listening in real time, what an opportunity to get some more reviews. All right. So I still need to do that myself. There's a bunch new customers that we've done work for, one-off work for, leaf cleanup work for, new residential full service maintenance clients, of course. We're at 140, 145, whatever it is. There's another 10, 15, 20 sitting, in my quote unquote, inbox that are ready to hit. I just need to go through the motions and ask for the 5-star reviews myself. So I've got homework to do, like I'm encouraging and suggesting that you guys do as well. And again, you're less than probably like a dozen or two 5-star reviews away from being ranked number 1 on the world's biggest SEO platform. People are like, oh, you got to get on TikTok 4 years ago. It's a ground floor opportunity. Okay. Like that's TikTok. Who cares? Your business is what's going to pay your bills. And it's still ground floor. It's still a groundswell. Nobody's taking Google reviews serious. Broadly speaking, out of 20 small business owners, 19 out of 20 don't even take it serious. Okay. And out of the 1 in 20 that kind of do, they kind of do. They probably have 25 Google reviews. And if you can get past that guy and go get 35, 45, 50, or 100, dude, you will be solidified for life. Okay. I'm just telling you, that's my suggestion to you. I took my own advice. That's what I did. My next goal is to pad stats to get to 200 and eventually 300 and just work on organic marketing, work on our SEO marketing, work on word of mouth marketing. And that's how we want to procure and get more commercial sites, of course. And of course, residential sites. So it's important to me. I would suggest you guys evaluate it to see if it's important to you. I'm never tell you what to do kind of an individual. I'm just telling you what's working for me. This is what I'm doing. This is the opportunity that I'm recognizing. And I just thought maybe for a quick 10, 15 minute little memory jog, little bring it front of mind, it can help you guys out as well. All right. That's what I got for you guys on today's podcast. Hope you guys appreciate the quick thought. Hope to see you guys next week, Monday, Tuesday in... Where are we going next, folks? Is it Chicago? We're going to be at the Chicago Mastermind with Mark Bradley. It's going to be a fantastic time. If you guys have not gotten your tickets yet, please do so. Please check it out. Use promo code, Brian25 to save 25% on your tickets. I know a lot of you guys are making plans to fly out to Detroit. Some of you guys are making plans to fly out to Boston. I hope to see all of you guys there. Promo code Brian saves you a bunch of money if you sign up for LMN. A lot of conversations with Cycle CPA. I was just had one of my meetings with them. About 2 hours ago, real time. And we're gearing up for landing the plane for 24 and then what we're going to be doing for 2025. They're one of our bookkeepers. They're fantastic people. If you guys need a bookkeeper, check out cyclecpa.com. Also, they're getting into tax prep work. They have tax accountants on staff now, so they're not just doing bookkeeping and fractional CFO. So a lot of you guys are always asking me for a CPA referral. 100% endorse Carla and Joseph. Reach out to them at cyclecpa.com and we'll save you some money there as well. All right, guys, over and out. I love you. I appreciate you. How about this for a last plug? If you guys enjoy the show, would you guys leave us a 5-star review on the podcast? Oh, come on. That was such a cheesy way to end this thing, but we appreciate you guys listening in. If you haven't left us a 5-star Google review or a 5-star review on iTunes or whatever this thing is, feel free to do so. I would be ever so grateful. And we'll pad stats on this platform as well. And it honestly goes a long way because it helps provide some social proofing to other lawn bros and lawn gals who are getting into the industry and let them know that this is a great show to listen to. So, all right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. And we'll catch up with all of you guys here on the next one.
Ever wonder how to get the best looking lawn on the block? You know, the kind where all the neighbors drive by slowly and stare at your well manicured masterpiece thinking you must be a turf wizard? Yeah, we thought so. At Earthway Products, we have your back with all the right lawn and garden tools that allow you to dominate and win the prize of best looking lawn on the block. We have all types of spreaders that are professional grade, built for accuracy, efficiency, and toughness. Simply said, Earthway products are engineered to last, and we have over 50 patents to prove it. That's our way of saying you can have confidence that our products will get the job done and make your life easier. We also have a fertilizer program that will help you grow a lawn greenskeepers will envy. So whether you're a homeowner, lawn care operator, facilities manager, business owner, or golf course superintendent, Earthway is here to help you make a perfect first impression. Stop by earthway.com and experience the difference. That's earthway.com. Proudly American made in America's heartland, Bristol, Indiana.
Here's a recent episode of the Branded Bull podcast featuring Brian and Adam Fullerton. Make sure to subscribe today.
This is the Branded Bull Podcast. a show dedicated to helping take your business to the next level with winning marketing and branding tips and strategies built for today's competitive world. Ready for your business to make its mark and stand out from the competition? Let's get into it.
Hey guys, Adam Fullerton here with another episode on the Branded Bull podcast, where we talk all things marketing, branding, and helping small businesses look awesome and grow. So guys, on this particular episode, I want to talk to you guys about color and what to consider, what it might mean, and ultimately give you some recommendations on how to differentiate yourself from what you might see as kind of the standard or the status quo in your industry. So, hey, before jumping into it, if you guys like this episode or any other episode, please feel free, give it a 5-star review if you found it valuable. We truly appreciate it. Head over to brandable.com to subscribe if you want more tips like this delivered straight to your inbox. But that said, what I want to do, guys, again, is talk about what you've maybe heard before, which is the kind of the color wheel, right? In the world of marketing and branding and looking at what your color scheme might be, there's some typical standards, like I said, that you might see within certain industries. So, for example, medical is blue, lawn care is, outdoor stuff, that's more green, exercise, gym, passion, that's all red, and so forth. So you can Google it, go to, Google Images or whatever. You can find what each one means. But ultimately, you want to consider two things, right? One is there a particular color scheme that resonates best with your industry and what customers or prospective customers consider or think of when looking for a business like yours? And that might be, for example, in the medical world, your typical shades of blue and maybe white. That's just what we're all accustomed to. And it gives that sense of security, that sense of support, health, things like that. And, if you want to, you can do that. And that makes sense. And you're kind of in line with the expectations, like I mentioned earlier. Another common one is the lawn care and landscaping industry, which we have a lot of customers in. And naturally you think of green because of, grass and shrubs and trees and all those particular items. Now, here's the thing that might make sense. And depending on your market, your competition, who's in your area, you might say, hey, green makes sense for many reasons. And that's totally fine. It's not wrong. But if there is a lot of competition, if there is a lot of opportunity to stand out and differentiate yourself from that competition, then you might want to buck the trend and consider going with a completely different color that the customer is not accustomed to seeing. And that's the biggest thing in the world of marketing and branding. It's about friction. It's about standing out. It's about differentiation. And as we like to say, making your mark. So if everybody in your industry is using blue, maybe it's time to use red. Or if everybody in your industry is using green, hey, maybe use orange or pink or whatever color. You get the idea. The point is you can be part of the crowd and use the same colors that, make sense for your industry and what you do, or you might be able to go completely opposite and stand out in a sea of similarity from everybody else. And that is going to help, again, with brand recognition and just visibility. And people are going to say, oh, I've seen that pink truck around before. I know exactly who that is because they're just different. And that's not going to be a reflection of your quality or your professionalism or your level of service. It's just going to be a reflection of your particular business and, the image you're putting out there. So again, very short episode as we do on these podcasts, but think about how you can stand out and be what's called a purple cow. If you listen to or have read anything by Seth Godin, that's actually the name of a book by Seth Godin called Purple Cow. The takeaway very simply is this. If you see a normal cow, black and white spots, or I guess white and black spots, depending on which way you look at it, nobody's going to bat an eye. Nobody's going to turn their head. They're going to say, hey, it's a cow. We all know exactly what to think of and when we see it, right? But if you went by and you saw a purple cow, you would stop. You would turn your head and you would say, well, that's interesting. And in the world of...
To hear the rest of this episode titled, How Colors Can Help or Hurt Your Growth, subscribe to the Branded Bull podcast on Apple or Spotify.
Before you turn off the podcast, there are two things that we believe you will be highly interested in. First, if you're looking to stay up to date with the latest trends and insights in the world of lawn care, then you'll want to subscribe to our free email newsletter. It shows up in your inbox 3 times a week and includes a Monday motivational to kick off your week, a Wednesday what's new to keep you informed, and a Friday weekly recap of all the content we put out. The second thing is we have just launched Lawntrepreneur Academy Link. Now you can be a part of an exclusive community that links you to those who can help you grow in your lawn care business. Joining Lawntrepreneur Link will give you the tools that you need to stay accountable, get real-time expert advice, and find belonging in a community of folks who are passionate about the lawn care industry just like you. Visit LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com to learn how Link membership gives you unique access to monthly hangouts, bidding hour calls, coaching calls, expert lessons, and more. Stay ahead of the curve and level up your business with a membership to the Lawntrepreneur Academy Link. Find an easy-to-use link in the podcast description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.